Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday here on the Word of Encouragement. And of course, Tuesday is the first full day of our Victory Conference, and we really do invite you to come if you're able to, being in the area. If not, I would encourage you to tune in and pray for us that God will do a great work in our hearts during this time. I'm going to go to Revelation chapter 14. There are a lot of things happening on the international scene right now. That's been occurring, of course, for years here, but it continues to be troubling. And it especially is troubling as you see the constant working of Satan to develop this one world government. He's been doing that through all the empires through history. And the Roman Empire was the last of the great ancient empires, and we're still affected by that. And then we've had different coalitions of nations throughout these last few centuries. And today we see it in a more intense way than ever. We see the power of the great military powers in a couple of countries, and the great economic power that they have, and the power that the United States has. And you see so much that for a believer is concerning, and it does even get you to think, well, could the rapture be soon? Well, Satan's tried over and over. We don't know. Certainly seems like it now, but we need to realize God is long-suffering. He doesn't want anyone to perish. But what I want to encourage you with is a simple verse in chapter 14. And in this chapter, you have the teaching of the 144,000, and God is working. In fact, those that are in the tribulation are going to be hearing the gospel from these converted Jews, and it's just an amazing reality here. But then we read that there's judgment now is coming, for the hour of judgment has come, verse 7. And the cry is, fear God, worship him. And then verse 8 says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she had made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Babylon representing the head of all of the coalition that would be under the Antichrist. Is it Rome? Most think, and I think it probably is. Is it Babylon itself? It's hard to see that at this point. It doesn't really matter. It's the great city, the imperial city from which the Antichrist is ruling. And the angel declares, it's fallen. It has fallen. I just want to tell you, the greatest powers that man has ever known have all fallen. Not one has been able to stand the test of time. And we think of America. We're going to be celebrating our 250th anniversary. That's not very long as far as history is concerned. And already we see the great cracks in the foundation of our civilization, and the potential for real disaster coming somewhere down the line. Thankful for good things that are happening now. But Babylon will fall. And so as we hear all of the international reports, and as we can see the insidious work of Satan and continuing to try to bring mankind together in his rebellion against God, just remember, there'll be a day God's going to say it's time for judgment, and Babylon will fall. Just like the Tower of Babel, which was right there at Babylon, was stopped by the intervention of God with the languages. So God will stop the power of the great world coalition when it's his time to do so. So let's get to know the God who is in control.